Being emotionally healthy means knowing how to manage your feelings, set boundaries, protect your peace, and still show up as your full self without losing who you are in the process. Welcome back to another episode of Healing, Worrying, and Becoming with Alberta. Today, we're diving into what it really looks like to be emotionally healthy as a woman, not just on the outside, but in your soul. There are seasons when everything feels overwhelming, even if we don't say it out loud, and sometimes we go through silent battles that no one sees. But being emotionally grounded means learning how to keep your heart strong, your mind clear, and your spirit connected, even when things around you are not. We'll talk about what a dark place really feels like, how to come out of it, and simple, faith filled habits that help you protect your emotional well being every day. When you're in a dark moment in your life, you feel like you're drowning in silence. The world has gone quiet. You're screaming inside, but no one hears you. The days blur together, and nights feel endless. Smiles feel fake, voices feel distant, and nothing really touches you. It's like walking through a storm with no end in sight, tired, lost, and hacking for a light you're not sure still exists. Today's episode is a little different because I'm not talking alone. I have a special guest joining me for this conversation. We recently connected, and she kindly agreed to share her thoughts and experiences about emotional health as a woman. So get ready for a heartfelt, real talk between two men who are learning and growing together. Please welcome Marley. Welcome to the podcast, Marley. I'm really grateful you're here with me today. Before we dive into our topic, how are you doing? How are you feeling about this conversation?
Hey Alberta, I'm doing great. Thank you for having me today. I'm really excited to be here and talk about something that's so important, especially for women. So yeah, I think it's such a powerful topic. Like as a woman, we carry so much emotionally, expectations, pressure, responsibilities, and conversation like this remind us taking care of our emotional health isn't selfish, it's necessary. So I'm really, really excited.
That's nice. That's amazing. I know we just recently connected, so I'm excited to hear your perspective and share this space with you. Um, when you hear the phrase being emotionally healthy as a woman, what comes to your mind?
Um, when I hear being emotionally healthy as a woman, the first thing that come on my mind is balance.
Yeah.
Because, as women, we feel deeply, we
Mm-hmm.
love hard, and we
Yeah,
are expected to be strong, to
that's
hold
true.
everything together,
Mm-hmm.
and still be soft.
Yeah.
So, being emotionally healthy for me is giving myself grace on these days when I'm not okay,
Yeah, yeah.
and yeah, not ignoring my feelings, and yeah, I think that's what it is for me.
That's cool. That's great. For us as women, like especially in our 20s, like I don't think like people really cares about how we feel, how we are
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
like in our emotions. So yeah, that's true what you said. Like balance, all of that stuff. We need these things.
Yeah, and we need to know that it's okay not to be okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
it's okay to cry. It's okay, to feel like what you're feeling. It's about being honest with yourself, creating that habit that help you stay grounded.
Yeah, for me, like being emotionally healthy means like having the ability to understand, manage and express your emotion in a way that balance, like you said earlier,
Mm-hmm.
respectful to yourself and others, and true to who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about like knowing your triggers and boundaries.
Completely agree and staying connected to your values even on hard moments, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So now that we've grounded ourselves in what emotional health really means, I want to explore how that shows up in real life, in our choices, our healing, and especially in our relationship. So, Marley, let's
Mm-hmm.
start here. What are a few lessons life has taught you the hard way? The kind that really shifted how you show up in life or relationships.
A big lesson that life taught me the hard way is not to offer trust so easily. Just because you see something good in someone, you know what I mean? And I used to believe that everyone has the same hurt as me,
Wow,
but
yeah.
it's not the truth. But it's okay, it's fine. But now I've learned to still be kind and good to people, but not naive.
Yeah, some people are naive, like
Exactly,
especially
and
me
yeah,
too. I was like that.
and that's not good, you know.
Yeah,
You can't force people to be what you want them to be, but that doesn't mean that you need to be naive, you know.
yeah,
And I also had to forgive myself for the things that I used to accept and for all I let people treat me in the past. Now I'm learning to value myself more, and
yeah.
that's
That's really good.
yeah, that's been one of the most healing part of my journey.
Wow, that's great. That's really great. Like, I just learned something on what you're saying too. Like, sometimes people like just see someone and you think like they are a good person, or you just trust them just like
Exactly,
that.
exactly.
So you have to like be careful to do not be too naive because
Exactly.
you don't
And
know.
the fact that you know yourself, you'll be like, I will never do that to this person, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
That doesn't mean they wouldn't do it to you. Yeah.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
But now, what about you?
For me, a few lessons life had to teach me the hard way. Like, I would say the first one is patience. I used to rush through situation or act on emotion, and that cost me some really meaningful things.
Yeah.
I've also learned to listen to my instincts, not just what feels good in the moment. Sometimes your gut is trying to protect
That's
you.
what I was about to do.
Yeah.
Trust your gut. Like,
Yeah.
he will never lie to
Yeah.
you, girl. Like, yeah.
Even when your heart doesn't want to hear it. And the third one is to always make choices that
Yeah.
your future self will be proud of.
Don't wait for the perfect moment, because there's no perfect moment.
Yeah, that's a big one for me now. Like making sure I move in ways that align with who I'm becoming, not
Yeah.
just how I feel right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
These questions are not just random, they really connect to the heart of this podcast, which is all about healing, growing, and becoming. Because emotional health as a woman isn't just about being okay on the surface, it's about looking at what shaped us, what we're still carrying, and how we're choosing to grow from it. So, with that in mind, do you think you forgive easily, or is forgiveness something you have to really work through? What does that process look like for you personally?
Oh yeah, I do forget and forgive easily, but I'm really working on it right now. I realize that when you forgive too quickly, people start to take advantage of it. You know, they do you wrong. You know, because they know that you'll forgive them. So it's become a pattern.
Yeah.
So I've learned that forgiveness is good, but he has to comes with boundaries. You know, we were talking about earlier. But yeah. So now I can forgive, but I'll make sure that the person is truly sorry, and I also remind myself that the last time they get to treat me like that way.
Yeah, so when you forgive someone, you have to make sure that even you forgive like the person,
Mm-hmm.
you have to set boundaries. Like it
Exactly,
doesn't mean
and
like it doesn't mean like because I forgive you doesn't mean you can do whatever you want after that, you know.
exactly, exactly, and that's the thing. When you forgive like too easily, they gonna do exact the same
The
thing because
same
they
thing.
know you forgive them.
Yeah,
You
again
know,
and again.
and yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna keep letting people do me like this. And
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. That's what we're talking about.
Mhm.
Emotional, you
Yeah.
know,
Growth.
growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, that just been my experience with forgiveness. It's not always easy, but I'm learning. What about you, Berta? How has forgiveness shown up in your life?
For me, forgiveness has been something God continues to teach me.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think forgiving someone meant they had to apologize or make things right.
Mm-hmm.
But I've learned that sometimes forgiveness is between me and God, you know?
Yeah.
It's about releasing the pain so He doesn't control me
Yeah.
and trusting Him to deal with what I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't always forgive easily, but I pray through it and I ask God to help me soften my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Not for them, but for my own healing and peace.
Yeah. I agree.
This has been such a beautiful and honest conversation. I really appreciate your openness. It reminds me that so many of us are walking through different versions of healing.
Mm-hmm.
But we all just want to feel seen, you know, heard
Mm-hmm.
and whole. Okay, but before we close, I want to ask you one last question that really ties into everything we've been talking about. What's a moment in your life that changed you the most?
For me, the moment that changed me the most was when I lost my mom.
Mm,
After that, I started feeling completely different. Girl,
wow.
it
Mm-hmm.
was even like honestly scary.
Wow.
I
Mm-hmm.
used to be such a people pleaser,
Mm-hmm.
always trying to make everyone happy. But after that loss, you
Hmm.
know, it was like nothing else really mattered anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The person I loved the most wasn't here, so
Yeah, that's
suddenly
painful.
the world
Mm-hmm.
didn't mean the same to me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but over time, that pain pushed me to look deeper into myself and start healing.
Yeah.
And it taught me how important emotional health really is, because
Mm-hmm.
when you lose someone that you love that much, you have
Yeah.
to learn how to hold yourself together,
Yeah.
or to take care of your hurt, or
Hmm.
to keep living even when it hurts.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
that was really, really, yeah.
Yeah. When you lost someone like you loved so much, like that's really painful.
Yeah.
Like you don't even know what to do. Like you're drowning. You don't know where else to go, what to feel anymore.
Yeah.
So that's really painful.
And that pain, like that loss, changed me like
Yeah.
a lot, a lot. And I want to tell you that it was really refreshing, to be a part of that. I feel like you're creating a place, for women. They can be open about their emotion without judgment, a safe place. And you might feel like it's nothing, but you're doing something, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And now I'm curious. I would like to know, what about you?
Mm-hmm. For me, a moment that really changed me was when I left my country. I have to leave behind everything familiar, my family, loved ones, and the life I knew. It was a huge shift, and while I was trying to adjust to a new environment and build something for myself, it became really, really hard to balance my old relationships with my new reality. I felt misunderstood, like no matter how much I tried to explain what I was going through, the people I left behind couldn't fully grasp it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That hurt, and eventually I had to accept that some of those connections couldn't be held onto the same way. I didn't know how to fix what was breaking, so I had to let some people go. That moment taught me about release, growth, and choosing peace even when it's painful.
I completely agree, and that was exactly what I've been through, you know, because we had the same experience. I left
Yeah,
my country, my family, my friends, and yeah, I see exactly
everything.
what you're talking about.
Yeah. Before we gently close out this conversation, I'd love to ask you, looking back at your journey, how do you feel about where you are right now, emotionally?
There's still a long way to go, but I'm proud of what I've accomplished so far. Um, yeah, I think the biggest takeaway I've learned on this journey is that emotional health isn't about being happy all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's about being honest with yourself, knowing your worth, and learning to respect your hurt while you
Yeah.
still being kind and compassionate.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to feel deeply, to forgive,
Mm-hmm.
and to make mistakes, but also it's important to set boundaries and value
Yes.
yourself. So for
Mm-hmm.
me, being emotionally healthy as a woman means growing stronger, you
Yeah.
know, through the challenges, learning
Yeah.
from the hard moments, and giving yourself the love and care you deserve every single day.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Molly. Your journey is such a powerful reminder that emotional health is a process, not a finish line. As a woman, being emotionally healthy doesn't mean we have it all together. It means we're willing to do the inner work,
Yeah.
lean on our faith, protect our peace, and be honest about where we are, even in the messy parts.
And I really enjoyed this conversation. It was such
Yeah,
a
me too.
pleasure to be here
Yeah,
with you.
me too.
And
Thank you.
maybe I'll see you on a different episode or not.
Yeah, thank you. It
You're
was a
welcome.
pleasure for me to, for you to be with me on my first like episode like that. I have a guest, so
Hopefully it's not the last.
no, 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 no. So thank you. So to every woman listening, keep nurturing your emotional well-being. Keep choosing what brings you closer to God, to your healing, and to your true self. Thank you for being with us today on Healing, Growing, and Becoming. I'm Oberta, and until next time, give yourself grace, stay grounded in truth, and never stop becoming. Bye.